Let's go ahead and empty our minds. Whatever may be going on in the mind, drop it all off. Like the lover only thinks about his beloved. Let your thoughts be filled with your beloved. Beloved doesn't let me sit. I forgot to record. Okay. Achieving the quietude of mind is such a difficult task. That's what yogis do. But devotees or lovers just fill their mind with the thoughts of the beloved. What yogis achieve by restraint, devotees achieve with love. The things that yogis have to remember during meditation, they come naturally to a devotee. When I used to meditate, I used to always forget to smile. Now, when I close my eyes, I cannot help but smile. Knowing that my mother is right there. Putting your hands together, close to your heart, shoulders even, head lowered in reverence. Ananta samsara samudratara naukayitabhyam guru bhaktidabhyam vairagya samrajada pujanabhyam namo namaha Shri Guru Padukabhyam Namo Namaha Shri Guru Padukabhyam Namo Namaha Shri Guru Padukabhyam Namaste Sharanye Shive Sanukampe Namaste Jagadvyapike Vishwarupe Namaste Jagadvandya Padaravinde Namaste Jagat-tarini Trahi Durge Jaya Jaya Jagadamba Shive Jaya Jaya Kamakshi Jaya Jayadrisute Jaya Jaya Mahesha Dayite Jaya Jaya Chidgagana Kaumudi Dhare Surya Mandala Madhyastham Devim Tripura Sundari Pashankusha Dhyayet Susadhakaha. Jagannmata, pahi maam. Jagannmata, pahi maam. Jagannmata, pahi maam. So continuing on with Tripura Rahasya. Last satsang we saw how Parshuramji Maharaj was given Charyakhand. He was first told of the Mahatmya, the greatness of the great Mother Divine, overcome by devotion, overcome by a sense of gratitude, and unable to express that love and gratitude. Parshuramji Maharaj asked Dattatreya for a means to express this bubbling devotion within. And that's when Dattatreya Maharaj blessed him with Sri Vidya. And he instructed him to practice this for 12 years, which included Abhishek, Mantra Jap, meditation on her form, Lalita Sahasranam, many other things, which is what Parshuramji Maharaj was doing lovingly. The only thing he was doing is upasana. Up is close. Asan is sitting. Being close to your deity, being close to your Isht is upasana. That closeness he was expressing through puja, abhishek, mantra jap, meditation on her form, Lalita Sahasranam, bhajans. He was just enjoying his closeness to his deity that he had fallen in love with. And we said how Mahatmya Khand was told to Parshuramji Maharaj over a period of time, not just one day. Okay, listen about Divine Mother. Many times he sat and listened. So one day, after his puja and everything, he was just sitting in gratitude, tears flowing from his eyes, thinking how the divine grace of the Mother has completely changed everything. Like I posted, everything is the same. Same people, same surroundings, yet everything is changed because of her presence. So he was also in gratitude, thinking. He thought to himself, there were days. How was I in my childhood and then in my youth? I don't remember what I liked in my childhood, then my youth. Then I killed all the Kshatriyas 21 times. And then overtaken by grief, I performed great tapas. And then I nullified the effect of all the sins that I had accumulated. And I built a lot of tapas. And through that tapas, I gained all those divya lokas, those realms of enjoyment. I had, and the divya lokas were waiting for me to come. And then how I got upset at Sri Ramchandramurti and how I went and almost challenged him and how he broke my ego. It is indeed his grace that he took away all the punya karmas, because all the pap karmas that I had done were nullified by tapas. But I still had that burden of punya karmas. And it was just his grace that he took away that also, made me a nobody. Neither good karmas nor bad karmas. I had nothing. But overtaken still by grief, I was walking and I was thinking, what is this life? Where is this life going? What is everyone doing? What am I doing? First I killed all these Kshatriyas, then all that, and then Sri Ram. Where is this universe going? And just when I was in those thoughts with nothing on me, with nothing with me. I was walking. I met that Rishi, Samrit. Oh my God. His state, indescribable. He had nothing to do. He was completely covered in dirt, mud, filth. Yet, he was so free, so happy. Not once he said, wait, let me go do this and come. What a beautiful state he was in. Truly, what are all the humans doing? They keep doing one thing after another, after another. They do one thing hoping that, after I do this, I will attain happiness. They do that and immediately they get on to the next work. What is this? If happiness were to be gotten by doing that one thing, why do they keep doing things? He thought, like, when a jiva is born, a human is born, he's just a kid, happily playing, nothing to do, nowhere to go. Parents are taking care. And then he has to study. Then he has to get a job. Then he has to get married. Why does he keep doing these things sequentially? One after another, after another. Then he gets married. Then he thinks, oh, if I have a child, we both will be happier. Then he has a child. But again, for some reason, he thinks, oh, I need to have another child. He has another child. Then he says, once the children start their education, go to good schools, I'll be happy. Yet, after that also, they keep moving from one task to another, one action to another, hoping to find that happiness. Do they truly find happiness? They keep doing things one after another, one action after another. Do they truly find happiness? If they did find happiness, if happiness were to be found by actions, why so many? Why didn't they just do one action and sit like Samrit Rishi? What is that which he did, which gave him this state? People keep increasing their amount of responsibility. Oh yes, this is all Parshuramji Maharaj thinking. He's thinking, what is this responsibility that people talk about? My kartavya. What is this kartavya? Obligations, that I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do this. A married man thinks, oh, it is my kartavya to take care of my wife, to provide for my children. Will he ever get satisfied with the small basic needs, basic necessities? No. After 2 kids, he will say, oh, now this house is smaller. Let me get a bigger house because it is my kartavya. It is my duty to provide a comfortable, luxurious life. He toils more. At work, he says, no, it is my responsibility to do this. It is my responsibility to go higher up in the ladder. And he keeps going higher up. What is the sense of responsibility? A person who has a lot of responsibility every day sits and thinks about fulfilling those. This fulfilling responsibilities. What is this? How come Samrit has nothing, no responsibility? What is that state wherein you're so free, so liberated? He must have done something. This whole universe, the entire human race, they keep doing work after work, task after task, action after action, without pausing to contemplate, why am I doing this? Am I doing this to get happiness? If happiness were to be gotten by an action, why the series of actions? What is happening? And then he said, how am I different? I'm talking about this human race. How am I different? In my childhood, how I was, the things that used to give me happiness, they no more gave me happiness when I became a youth. When I became a youth, the things that I liked, the things that gave me happiness are not the same today. What is this ever fleeting thing called happiness? From birth to death, people keep doing things, not even contemplating for a minute. Why am I doing this? What is the need? What is the need to do this? They keep increasing their kartavya. They keep increasing their obligations. Instead of leading a simple life, they keep complicating their lives by adding too many have tos. I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do this for my kids, for their kids. He thought a person who has kids, he thinks, oh, my kids should be well educated, then I'll be happy. The kids are well educated, then he thinks, now they should just get married, then I'll be happy. Then they get married, then he thinks, now they should have kids, then I'll be happy. They have kids, then this is, oh, I better make sure the kids are studying well. If they are studying well, if they are good to the parents, if the kids are talking to me, I'll be happy. What is this conditional happiness? And the conditional happiness, the condition seems to be something to happen. Once this happens, I'll be happy. Once I do this, I'll be happy. If happiness were to be sought by doing things, what is that one thing? When done, you never ever have to part from happiness again, ever again. And then Parshuramji Maharaj thought, you know, when I saw Samrit Rishi, I remember before I saw him, I had this Vedana, I had this pain within me. That what am I doing? What is this universe? Where is it going? How did I end up doing what I did? Getting my ego hurt, getting stripped off of all the good and bad karma, walking away. What is this? And when I met Samrit Rishi, the peace that I experienced, just being in his presence. What is it that he has that I don't? The Creator, my Divine Mother, has created everything equally, the same. But he possesses something that I don't. How am I different? Here I am, doing Abhishek, hoping to get happiness. After Abhishek, I do my mantra jap, hoping to get happiness. After that, I do my meditation. After that, I meditate on her form. After that, I do some Sri Chakra Aradhana. I do some Sri Chakra Archana. How am I different than all these people? They're also doing, I'm also doing. There is really no difference in their actions and my actions. At the core, they're both actions. When I met Samrit Rishi, he didn't say, oh, Parshuram, hold on for a second, I need to go do my puja. He sat there absolutely worryless. He truly had nothing to do, nowhere to go. He was in no rush. Oh, wait for a second, let me go meditate and come. I couldn't do my japa today, I'll talk to you tomorrow. What is this compulsion of doing that is within me, that is absent in him? And then he was mentioning something about giving me the essence of all the Vedas, all the scriptures. And he was saying how the entire outside world is nothing but my own self, that I alone express outside. What exactly did he mean? Oh, I really don't know. I really don't know any of it yet. This kartavya, these karmic obligations, will never lead to permanent happiness. These pujas that I'm doing, the upasana, is still an action, is still a doing. But I still don't feel how Samvrit Rishi feels. I must go. I must go to my Gurudev. With these thoughts, he went to his Gurudev, Dattatreya Maharaj. Reaching there, he prostrated. He did a Dandavat Pranam. Lovingly, Dattatreya asked, Parshuram, you have come? How are you? How is your health? And Parshuramji replies, the one who is under your refuge, how can he be sick? How can any harm come to such a person? I'm in your refuge. But today, I have come with some questions for you. Dattatreya says, go ahead, ask me what you want to ask. If you guys remember, before, when he was narrating Mahatmya Khand, Dattatreya Maharaj, Parshuramji Maharaj had asked a question. And the question was, before this creation came about, in what form did it exist within the Divine Mother? When he asked that question, the reply given to Parshuramji Maharaj by Dattatreya was, Sthiro Bhava. Be still, Parshuram. Because he didn't have the readiness. He was not ripened, Chitta Shuddhi. He didn't have the Chitta Shuddhi, the inner purification needed to understand the depths of the answer. Like our Swamiji says, with Guru and disciple, there is only one kind of conversation. The disciple asks, the Guru may choose to answer. The Guru asks, the disciple answers. So when Parshuramji Maharaj asked him back then, he didn't choose to reply because he knew he's not ready for the answer. He just said, Sthiro Bhava, be still, Parshuram. Be still, stabilize your mind. Stabilize your mind. But today, Dattatreya sees that 12 years of upasana has completely melted his heart. The dust of intellectual knowledge has settled with tears of devotion. Before he had asked out of intellectual knowing, oh, you're telling me Divine Mother expressed as the creation. Now tell me, how was it before it expressed? Completely intellectual question. To that, Dattatreya Maharaj replied, Sthiro Bhava. You're not ready. You're not ready to experience the depths of the answer. Hence, Sthiro Bhava. But today, all the intellectual knowing had settled. Like dust settles after heavy rains, it had all settled. It was soft, ready for knowledge to sprout. Knowledge only sprouts from within. All the knowledge that we think we are getting during satsangs or readings or listening to discourses is purely directions. Go this way, go that way, do this, do that. Directions so we may reach a point wherein the knowledge could sprout from within. And this knowledge will sprout when we are most relaxed. Not at 4 a.m. when you are doing meditation. Until meditation is an action, it cannot yield permanent happiness. meditation, a verb, has to become a noun, a state. A state wherein you choose how you want to be, who you want to be. But today, Dattatreya Maharaj saw Parshuram. He said, ask, what is it that you want to ask? And then Parshuramji Maharaj asked, I had met Samvrit Rishi back then. He was the one who sent me to you. The state that he was in, I don't feel that way. A sense of duty, any karmic obligations, he had none. He was so free, nothing to do, nowhere to go. I want to feel that way. I still don't feel it. The upasana that I'm doing is still a bunch of actions. I'm still doing actions. Some days I'm giving abhishek. Some days I'm doing Sri Chakra Archana. Some days I'm chanting. Some days I'm doing japa. Some days I'm doing meditation. Some days I'm doing meditation on her form. I'm still doing actions. If just meditation on her form was enough, why am I doing japa? Why am I doing abhishek? What is all this? Why don't I feel? Why do I have to keep doing to feel eternal happiness? Please, Gurudev, tell me that one thing, doing which I will attain permanent happiness, that I'll be eternally happy. Tell me. Listening to these questions, Dattatreya said, bravo, Parshuram, Shabhash. I know that the Divine Mother has accepted your upasana because she is Vimarsha Rupini Vidya. Vimarsh, जैसे हम बोलते हैं विचार विमर्श. Vimarsh is contemplation. You know, Dattatreya says to Parshuramji, Parshuram, know that when the Surya or when the sun of contemplation rises in you, the Divine Mother has accepted all your upasana. The question that you had asked me back then was purely from intellectual knowing. I didn't answer. But today, I see that the great Mother Divine has accepted, has blessed you. Her divine grace is upon you. Hence, she has risen in your antakaran, in your chitta, as the sun of contemplation. The Vedana that you had before meeting Samvrit Rishi was Arjun Vishad Yoga. You were just sad of all the things that had happened. Don't confuse that to contemplation. That is Smashan Vairagya. You go to the Smashan or the cremation ground, you see some people, some dead bodies, and then you have this Vairagya. That's not true Vairagya. Vairagya comes from Vichar. Vichar is contemplation. True dispassion comes from contemplation. That's what you're contemplating, and I'm very proud of you. Bravo. I'm proud of you because now the sun of contemplation has risen within you. You're starting to think, what is this I'm doing? If it was doing that would get me permanent happiness, why so many doings? Why not just one thing and have permanent happiness? But then Dattatreya says, but you see, when a baby is born, the baby is unaware of the mother. The baby lays there in filth, the mother cleans. The baby is hungry, the mother feeds. Everything for the baby is done by the Divine Mother. But as the baby matures, the baby starts understanding, oh, I have a mother who takes care of me. Chitta Shuddhi starts coming. Buddhi starts shining that yes, my mother is here to take care of me. So that growth is essential to know the mother. You came to me as a baby. I told you, hey, your mother is taking care of you. She's feeding you. She's cleaning you up. She's putting you to sleep. She's doing it all for you. That's when you fell in love, saying, oh my God, mother has been doing all this for me, and I was so unaware. And then started the courtship. You started saying, mother, I know you're taking care of me. I know I may not see you, but I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. That closeness with her. Eventually, mother says, now I will rise within you as the sun of contemplation, Vicharudaya. So, Tattatreyaji says, Parshuram, know that it is the Divine Mother's grace that has come as the sun of contemplation, which is why you are now contemplating. And then Dattatreyaji Maharaj goes on to narrate a small story. He said, Parshuram, I'll tell you a story. There were a bunch of people. They got lost in the woods. Then they were very hungry. Being so hungry, completely overtaken by hunger, they just saw some fruits that looked very beautiful, but they were actually poisonous fruits. But without thinking, they ate those fruits. They ate those fruits, but the fruits were poisonous. That caused serious disorientation in them. Due to the disorientation, they just started fighting amongst each other. When they started fighting amongst each other, they somehow reached a place where royal soldiers saw that they were fighting. So the royal soldiers beat them up. Then tired, they drank out of some place which was not clean. Then they got further crazy. So Dattatreyaji said, this is how the world is, Parshuram. People keep doing things without even knowing why they're doing it. They keep increasing their karmic obligations. They're not satisfied with a simple to-do life. They want to complicate it. They want to keep adding on to the pile of karmic obligations without thinking. Just like these people, out of hunger, they ate these fruits. Then out of thirst, they drank out of this. They got more crazy. They fought amongst each other. This is how people suffer because of karmic obligations. This kartavya is, he describes it's like a snake. So this kartavya that people keep talking about, get over this. Only the sun of contemplation will help you. Now, when we listen to this, right, we start thinking, oh, which means I shouldn't be doing anything, which means I have no duties. Whatever duties I have assumed, I should just give up. No. Remember, Mahatmya Khand, Charya Khand, and then Jnana Khand. You have worshipped the Divine Mother. Enough. You have heard her glories, you have worshipped her. Then she rises saying, what are you doing? Rise above this. From doing, you have to become a being now. Be. So it first of all means bring simplicity in your life. If you have too much to do, the constant sense of doing, oh, I have to do this, will not let you sit and enjoy. Which is why we look forward to a weekend. Oh, there will be nothing to do, I can relax. Because that's our true nature. We want to just relax. But we have work to do. And on one side, Swami Vivekananda says, keep working till the very last breath. Keep working. Where exactly are we? And yesterday, Swamiji's lecture, he says, all sadhana is of the mind, of the speech and action. And then Meera posed the question, how do we purify our actions? Pure actions are actions that need to be done and you do them. Without without any malinya, or without any dirt of likes and dislikes. That's a pure action. What's pure? Pure is something that doesn't have dirt. The dirt in our actions is of likes and dislikes. I like to go to work, but I don't like to see this colleague. And that's what we are doing, willfully engaging in life as it opens. Right now, I'm in satsang. After this, when I go out, if my husband says, "Oh, can you make me some coffee?" Oh, I don't want to make coffee. I just want to relax. I just finished my satsang. You see, life has presented, I need coffee. Instantly, my likes, I just want to relax. I don't want to make coffee right now. So life has presented and I did not engage. Then after that, let's say, I have to go pick up my son from martial arts. If I say, I really don't feel like going right now, I just want to sit and relax. Again, life is presenting and I'm just refusing to act. That's tamas. That's tamas, actually. A sense of inertia. Oh, I just finished the satsang, I just want to sit. Which means life is opening up, but I'm refusing. I'm refusing to get involved. Or I will get involved as in, no, I don't want to go pick him up. I want to go for my walk because that's what I like to do. So I'll pick and choose the things that I like to do. That is rajas. I will prefer to only do things that I like to do. But sometimes I will end up doing things I don't like, but I'll be sulking and grumpy about it. Sattvic bhav is, this needs to be done, I'll do it. But sattva, rajas, tamas. Sorry, tamas, rajas and sattva. And then there is gunatit avastha. It's only from sattva that we jump onto gunatit. From tamas, we cannot get to gunatit. Tamas might seem like gunatit. Nothing to do, I'll just sit and relax. That's inertia. Rajas is only preferring to do things you like to do. And sattva is whatever shows up in front of me, I will act. I will act with contemplation. For example, if someone calls, oh, we have a party tonight, come over. Okay, it has presented, let me go in. No. Without vichar, don't do it. Is it necessary? What is it going to do? Evening, so many hours. Then it's a potluck, which means I have to spend the afternoon cooking. Then I have to worry about what to wear. No, this is too much, not needed. Sorry, we cannot come. It's done. So that vicharuday, it will come from the sun of contemplation within. And the absolute root of that contemplation is a simple life. What is it? If you choose simplicity in your lifestyle, these karmic obligations will come down. That's the grace of the Divine Mother. Karmic obligations will come down. Many people, when I talk to them on the phone, they say, I don't know how you do it. Full-time work, this, that. I have a very simple life by the grace of my Divine Mother. And I actually do have a lot of time on my hands. There was a time I had no time. I was like those crazy people eating fruits, getting disoriented, then drinking from there, doing things, totally disoriented, anxious, angry, arrogant. But yet the grace of the Mother transforms everything. Now I truly have so much time, but I pick and choose what I want to do. I have freedom to choose. Some places I do get engaged. Some I say no, not worth my energy, not worth my time. And then again, nothing to do. To enjoy that state that Samvrit Rishi was in, we first need to enjoy those in small episodes. For that, our lifestyle needs to first simplify. We need to have a lot of downtime. I have a friend locally, she calls and she says, Anu, kya kar rahe ho yaar? And I say, Aram se baithi hu. She always says, I don't know, tu kaise aram se baithi hai? You have nothing to do. I'm like, really, whatever I had to do, I did it. I'm sitting peacefully. How many of us can actually take those periods and say, kuch nahi yaar, main aaram kar rahi hu. So for that, the first step is simplifying our lifestyle. And then, as Swamiji was saying, there are three things we need to work on: action, speech, and mind. Mind, I don't want to talk about because we've talked about it plenty. You want to hear more about mind? You can go back to Mind and Divine. Speech. Someone asked me, Komal asked me, Anu, can you tell me what is simplicity in speech? Just yesterday, it occurred to me, what is simplicity in speech? You know, we are forever involved in conversations. And this I have to say, I have to learn from my husband. Simplicity in speech. Yesterday, I went out in my backyard and I said, oh, Sachin, look, I think there are some Indians that have moved into the house across. We have a little lake behind. He said, why? Why do you say so? I said, come and see. And on their backyard, they had many bed sheets to dry. I said, see, desi buddhi. So when I saw those bed sheets, I said, Indians have moved in. Out of their habit, they have done that. He came in, he saw, he's like, oh, maybe their dryer is not working. My God, I was like, wow. You see how subtly the speech is not simple. Simple is at face value. Oh, they have clothes. Okay. But no, they have clothes there. Indians do that. They are Indians. They don't care. They have moved in. I'm sure someone will complain. All this went through my mind. He came and he said, oh, maybe their dryer is broken. So that was one. The other thing is, you know, someone invites two people. That other person has another friend. Now this person is wondering, if I invite them too, and if this person goes and tells the other person that I invited, and if that person finds out, oh my God, what will I do then? Maybe I'll tell this. See how complicated it is. It takes up a lot of energy. Whoever you want to invite, you invite at face value. I have invited you to whatever, for chai, here, chai, have chit chat, done. But we go further. Oh, what will happen if this person goes and tells that person, this person? Big web within. Simplicity in speech is at face value, the way it is. Another thing yesterday occurred to me. I can only give my examples. My son is in martial arts, has moved just one belt below black belt. And from there, the practice is very hard and he wants to quit. But I don't want him to quit. So I went and talked to his instructor, this, that. And then I was narrating the whole thing to him. And I saw, and then I said, see, Smaran, your instructor said that if you say you can't do it, you're already right. You can't do it. You've already said it. Smaran said, no, Mama, Mr. Jake didn't say it. You are saying it because of your spiritual stuff. And then I was like, oh, no, he said it, beta. He actually said it. That at that point of time, it occurred to me, manipulation. Our speech, we use it to manipulate situations, manipulate people in our favor. I don't want to say we, I just want to say I, because I did it. I wanted him to not give up. I wanted him to practice and not give up. To make that happen, I manipulated the speech. Although it was with the right intention, but was my speech simple? It wasn't. Did I state facts as is? I didn't. I manipulated it so that I get the desired result. And it takes up energy because I have to now think, oh, how should I put it to get this result? And energy is wasted then. When you're no more a puppet, because you now have a mind of your own, you're thinking, oh, how do I get this done? Simplicity in speech. You want something, you ask. You know, sometimes you think, oh, I really want to call this person, but Maybe I should say, oh, I called you for this. Oh, by the way, again, you see, kutilta. It takes up energy to come up with all these schemes and then perform actions. So, simplicity in speech is again at face value, as is stating the facts. You might become boring. You might be labeled boring because now you're not giving some juicy stuff, masaledar. It's just, you're just stating as a matter of fact, this is it. So, this is something, another thing I have realized is these realizations, once they come, they take time to settle. It's not like today I have this realization of simplicity in speech, and that's it. I start putting it in execution. The realization itself takes some time to actually open up completely and become part of me. So just some, and these things keep coming up when you engage in life. When you engage, because I engaged in life, because I engaged with Smaran in conversation, and he pointed out, no, Mama, he didn't say that. You're making this up. This is all your spiritual stuff. It all came up that, yes, I'm indeed making this up. Give me just a second. Sorry, it was on mute. Okay, so what I was saying is, okay, I hope everyone can hear. I had muted it. So the realization that Parshuramji Maharaj had was that people are covered in karmic obligations. Hence, they constantly have things to do. Dattatreya is saying, yes, you're right. Without thinking, they keep jumping into actions. They keep accepting works. Because of that, they are completely full in karmic obligations. And when you have to do karmic obligations like a train, one after another, one after another, one after another, there is no downtime. Because there is no downtime, there is no contemplation. And as Swamiji says, we have to simplify our life to have these downtimes. Simplify our speech. Because you see how scheming, manipulating, trying to judge things takes up energy, takes up time, takes away Samrit time, that let's call it the Samrit Rishi time, wherein you're relaxed. And mind, you already know, when the mind is busy cooking up things, then there is again no respite. So when Parshuramji Maharaj, so then one more thing before, for the actions. So when we do actions, when we take up actions, see, that's why there is Nitya Karma, Naimitya Karma, Nishiddha Karma. Nitya Karma, waking up, cleaning ourselves up, is Nitya Karma. There is no thinking involved. There is no contemplation involved. Whether should I take bath or not? The body, anyway, I'm not the body. Let me not take a bath. Not that. So, Nitya Karmas are the things that you have to do. That's it. As with a human body, you have to do. But again, remember, Samrit Rishi, even that he didn't have. He was just, as Mansi had described, who are Avdhut. But anyway, so Nitya Karmas. Then there's Naimittik Karma. Naimittik Karma is I'm doing what I'm doing at home. I'm cooking, taking care of Smaran, getting his homework done, this, that. Then I get a call. Hey, tonight we have a party. Do you want to come? It's a nimitta. It has come because of some reason. At that point, I have to use my contemplation. Do I want to go or not? First thing. So, naimittik karma comes to you. Do you want to engage? Yes or no? At that point, contemplate. Contemplate and see. Sometimes, after we have involved, the contemplation rises. Oh my God, what did I do all day yesterday? First, I accepted that invitation to go to that get together. Then I ended up cooking for my contribution in the potluck. Then in the evening, then I wasted some time thinking, what should I wear? Because I want to look special. Because I feel that everyone should look at me. And then I went there. Then I just had some useless chit chat. Now I'm so tired from the day. I just want to go to sleep. So sometimes when you go through it, contemplation comes, because if you jump from task to task to task to task to task, there is no downtime. There is no downtime, there is no contemplation. So this contemplation alone will make our life simple. It will bring simplicity in the karmic overload that we have. So to perform act, and then nishiddha karma. Nishiddha is something that you just should not get involved in. Crime. You just should not get involved in it. That's it. It's common sense, but of course, common sense is not that common. So based upon these three, Dattatreya says people should use their contemplation, Parshuram. They should contemplate and first decide, do I want to do this or not? Some things are nitya, some things are naimittik, some things are nishiddha. We ourselves have to use divine guidance from within to perform actions. And then in nitya karma, there are no likes and dislikes. You just have to do it. Let's say naimittik karma. If I say, yes, I'll come to the get together in the evening, I have accepted it. As Swami says, stand by your word. Once you have said, I will come, go, get involved. Then say, okay, now that I've accepted, I will at least come with one gem of wisdom. To perform actions without any likes, without any dislikes, just because it needs to be done, is willingly engaging in life. That is purifying our actions, purifying our speech. We will see more and more and more the realization has dawned, it needs to settle for us to understand simplicity in speech. And then simplicity of mind is nothing but keeping it empty. A puppet has no mind. It just dances to the tunes of the divine. So keeping our mind empty, performing actions as they open up without any likes and dislikes, and keeping our speech. Because speech is this that we say outside and that which the mind thinks. It keeps saying, right, oh, these people have, I think they're Indians, they have put all the clothes like that. This is all the mind saying. So the speech happens there also. Keeping that also very simple, as is, just the way I see it. So Dattatreya says, the sun of contemplation alone can bring us to a level of nothing to do, nowhere to go. Now, when you come to a state wherein your life is so simple, you're just doing the bare minimum and then sit down and relax. When you are doing that, when you are able to enjoy Samrit Rishi states many, many times during the day, then the things that need to be done, the have tos, when you do them, okay, it's just getting done. I don't have to do anything. There is nothing to do. Whatever needs to be done, I just do it. Without the compulsion, without the compulsive prefix of have tos, that's when you start experiencing something called Naishkarmya Siddhi. Wherein things are happening. You are performing actions, but unattached. You're just doing them for the sake of doing it. Because they have presented in front of you, you're just acting upon it. That's it. But you really have nothing to do. You have nowhere to go. That state is Naishkarmya Siddhi. That's what Dattatreya says to Parshuramji Maharaj. Hearing this, Parshuramji Maharaj is overtaken by gratitude. He says, oh my God, thank you, Gurudev. But I have one more question. He says, there are so many people, yet only a handful listen to the glories of the Divine Mother and get this knowledge. Whereas the rest of the human race is still performing action after action after action after action. Why? Why is it that some people get the grace of the Divine Mother and some never hear about her? That's when Dattatreya says, it is indeed the satsang that brings or that draws the attention of the Divine Mother. Satsang, Satguru Sangatya. Only when you have satsang, sat is truth. When a person has become the truth, a Sadguru, only when you come in the grace of a Sadguru, Divine Mother's grace flows to you. And only when Divine Mother's grace flows to you, you meet a Sadguru. Of course, the mindy way would be, oh, which one happens first? But you see, they're both happening at the same time. Because of the grace of the Divine Mother, you meet a Sadguru. And because of the grace of the Sadguru, you fall in love with the Divine Mother. And only when this happens, Sat Sangatya, only when you get Sat Sangatya, you get the grace of Devi Tripura. And he says, remember, when you were walking like a nobody, you met Samrit Rishi. That meeting brought you to me. That meeting brought you to me, and through me, the goddess, the great Mother Divine, gave her bhakti to you. I'm just a medium. But without her grace, this medium doesn't appear. And without the grace of this medium, her grace doesn't flow. So it is really the grace of the Sadguru, grace of the Divine Mother, that we have this knowledge. So, looking at self-reflections, if you go back and look at some of the self-reflections, it's a bunch of doings. I did this today, I did this today, I did this today, I did this today. I'm feeling happy now. Now, the reflections have to change. The reflections have to be, was my mind empty? How will you know your mind was empty? As Swamiji says, man ka tapas, the tapas of the mind is to be happy, to be equanimous, to be peaceful. So the only thing for the mind is, were you peaceful? Were you agitated or were you peaceful? If you were agitated, what did you do to bring yourself back to peace? So the only self-reflection of the mind is, was I peaceful? Was I equanimous? Speech. Was I simple in my speech? In expression? Did I express just the facts as is? In my thinking speech, did I think simple way? And then action. Did I perform whatever was needed of me in the most detached manner, which is neither attached to likes, neither attached to dislikes? Just in the most unattached manner did I perform my actions. Did I use the contemplation to decide if I want to perform this action, yes or no? Did I have some Samrit Rishi downtime? Did I perform actions in a sense of, I really have nothing to do, but I'm doing this. That's okay. This has come to me, I'm doing it. Yet I still have nothing to do. That's what Swamiji says in one of his videos, that Krishna says to Arjun, Kante, I perform all actions with a sense of detachment. I have nothing to do. Saying this, proclaiming this, Krishna did so much. But he still said, I have nothing to do. Whatever comes, I just do it. I perform my actions. I still have nothing to do. this karmic obligation, a sense of duty. I have to do, this is my kartavya. All that, Dattatreya says, is bandhan. It cannot let you feel free. So let our self-reflections be very, very clear. Mind, peaceful and equanimous. Speech, was I simple in my speech? No manipulation, stating the facts as is and as truthful. Because when you state the facts, you're all automatically truthful. Did I state the facts as is? Did I look at things around me as is at face value? When my friend talked to me and said something, did I try to see what was the hidden thing she was trying to say? Or did I just take things at face value? Speech, actions, did I engage in life without any likes or dislikes? In a most detached manner with a sense of nothing to do, nowhere to go. This is going to be our self-reflection, because if you see the self-reflections from the back, it's all about I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that, including me. No doing will lead us to being. So let us bring our reflections back to being. So with this, we will close the session. Next is the most beautiful story of Hemchud and Hemlekha. And we will see that story in detail next time. But till then, let's go ahead and do the questions. So we get to record those as well. I had a dream of Swamiji. Let me just share this. Last night. And I told him, oh, Swamiji, our self-reflections, the group, we're doing so good. Everyone is reflecting. But I have a question for you. Some people are really worried that their japa and meditations are not long enough. Sometimes they miss it. What do you have to say to them? He smiled and he said, doing will not lead to being. So I wanted to share that with you. Yes, Sailaja, go ahead.
So you're talking about simplicity in speech, right?
Mm-hmm.
So manipulation, when it comes simplicity in speech to save myself. So,
I see what you're saying.
so when I manipulate to save myself, then
it's still manipulation.
It's still manipulation.
Because
So
the desired result is I should be saved. So you're altering the facts in your personal interest. We all have done that, right? You break something, you lose something, you want to present it in the most nonchalant way. Oh, by the way, that's what we need to be courageous and present the facts as is.
Okay,
Now,
fine.
I understand sometimes, in my office, I have to do it nonch because sometimes, people get, oh my God, what happened? What happened? So even there, I try to state the facts. But you yourself will know, I'm not saying don't manipulate. What I'm trying to say is, looking at the patient, sometimes I feel like, okay, I need to present it this way. I need to present it that way. You yourself will know what I'm talking. So the question, Sailaja's question was, if we save, if we manipulate the facts to save ourselves, is that okay? And then, of course, the answer is no. Manipulation is manipulation. As much as possible, let us state the facts, not in the most crude way, but at least, in the best possible way. The next question is, if as a family norm, we have obligation to talk to energy suckers and it's defensive talk with our heart, then do we avoid it? Whatever you avoid, it's like, putting a cork on a bottle full of something. It will explode. Don't avoid. Become kushal, nipun become very able to handle it. If, as a family norm, we have an obligation to talk to energy suckers, turn that into a listening meditation. Listen intently. What do I have? What, what is the other person saying? See, and it's defensive talk with our heart. If you see, that's, as we said, karmic obligation. You cannot avoid those around you. If you have to get involved, make it a listening meditation. Listen intently, each and every word. Be it concentrated. Because you are so concentrated in listening, you are in meditation, you will know you're just practicing meditation. You're just listening to, instead of music, you're listening to this person. Those words mean nothing because you're in meditation. You just have to try it to see it, because I have tried it and it works. You just listen very intently as if they're saying something very important, but you are in meditation. And since you are in meditation, no reaction will come out of you. Anyone else? So I think we can all read the first two chapters of Tripura Rahasya. We have another question here. Sri Rama and Sri Krishna approached life differently. While Sri Rama was straightforward, Sri Krishna had his own way of getting things done. So what way must we seek in this day and age? If I say, oh, let's try to behave like Sri Rama, it is Sri Rama's blueprint. Let's try to behave like Sri Krishna, it is Sri Krishna's blueprint. Sri Rama's self guided Sri Ram to act a certain way. Sri Krishna's self propelled Sri Krishna to act a certain way. Yourself knows your unique situation, the people around you. Yourself alone knows every aspect of your life in detail. Myself can give some suggestions, but it's only yourself that can tell you, Rohini, or whoever, do it this way. So rely on yourself, become independent. If you are simple in your thinking, in your speech, in your actions, you will know intuitively what to do, when to do, how much to do. I most of the time have a lot of time at my hand. How do I ensure it's not being lazy or avoiding works for not being perfectionist? No one can come and give you a certificate. You have done everything, sit down in peace. You alone know. If your kitchen is lying in a mess and you are saying, I'm just going to sit comfortably, you know you have some pending work that needs to be done. Your mind will tell you, oh, that needs to be done, this needs to be done. Whatever needs to be done, even while doing it, be relaxed. I have nothing to do, but this work has come in front of me. I'm just doing it. I have no obligation to do it. Because while cleaning the kitchen or while sitting down and the kitchen is a mess, you keep thinking, I have to clean the kitchen, I have to clean the kitchen, I have to clean the kitchen. And let's say at that moment on the sofa, you happen to leave your body. Then your mind will be in a state of, I have to clean the kitchen, I have to clean the kitchen, I have to clean the kitchen. Next life, I have to clean the kitchen, I have to clean. It comes with that. Hence, either tell yourself, I need to clean the kitchen, I'm going to take a break for some time. Sit, enjoy, relax for half an hour, then I'll get up and clean the kitchen. While you are sitting down, if you're relaxed, You are in that state of, I have nothing to do. But you are sitting down, constantly looking at the kitchen, thinking, man, I have to clean it, I have to clean it. Then you are neither in the kitchen nor there. So if you feel you have a lot of time at hand, to do nothing is the most difficult thing to do. Because we want to do. Doing gives us pleasure. That's what the whole satsang was today, right? That's the realization Parshuramji Maharaj had. Constantly doing is not going to give me pleasure. If it were, then one doing was enough to give me pleasure. Why do I keep doing it? So you alone will know. What, am I being lazy? Or am I skipping work? What am I doing? There is no such thing as perfectionist. You do whatever needs to be done in the best possible way that you can. Maybe I will clean the kitchen to the best of my ability. Someone else will come and shine it even more. Now, if I sit and have guilt, oh my God, I just don't even know how to clean. What's the point? I did it to the best of my ability. Done. So don't label yourself as avoiding works or lazy or perfectionist. Do what needs to be done in your absolute best way. And then call it done. Sri Krishna sits in the Vishuddhi. He was a master completely adept in diplomatic handling and simple speech capable of convincing and getting his point across. Learn from him, pray to him to sit in your kant. Absolutely. Completely adept in diplomatic handling. No intentional manipulation. You're right. He didn't manipulate anything. He just was an adept in diplomatic handling. That's beautiful. I really want you to write about this. Diplomatic handling versus intentional manipulation. That's Mansi. Because I think sometimes we have to handle diplomatically and not manipulate. I think there is a realization about this. Let's contemplate over this issue. Anything else? So the contemplations have to start looking different now. Mind, speech, actions. As much detail as you can give in all the three. That will help. Okay, we have another question. Usually one senses if person in front is losing patience and about to lose temper. Then you try to change that by saying something different. At that time, do you think it's manipulation? When it is a child, it's not. It's distraction because the child doesn't know any better. The child is still unable to handle the emotions. If Smaran, for example, starts, Mama, you did this, you didn't do this, I'll just be like, oh, look, we had some deer in the morning in the backyard. Did you see the deer? Yes. At that point, I'm just distracting him because he's a child. Now let's talk about adults. If you're sitting with someone who is ready to lose patience and lose anger, he's a grown-up adult. No, don't try to distract him. You walk away. You choose peace for yourself, walk away. Now, there are situations where you can't walk away because they are obligations. You just have to sit and listen. Get into meditation instantly. Instantly go into deep, concentrative listening meditation. Listen to every word. Because you see, words are just words. It's the energy behind the words that causes hurt. It's the intention. Oh, I want to hurt you. I'm making these words. So get into concentrative listening meditation. If you can walk away, I'm telling you, walk away. You are not obliged to take anyone's temper. You choose peace for yourself. You just have to do it once or twice. You just have to put your foot down once or twice to let the other person know, listen, whenever you act this way, I'm going to walk away. First time you do it, the person will blow up. Explosion. I think I'm exploding. The person will blow up. The second time, the person will blow up. The third time, the person will expect you to walk away. He will still blow up, he or she. Fourth time, it will be different. So if you have the courage to choose peace, walk away. At that time, okay, you lose time to answer back and the other person may shout. You see, this is expected behavior. This is perfect expected behavior. First, the person is slowly getting angry. You're like, okay, let me sit and accept this abhishek of anger. Then the person will shout, oh, this is beautiful. Let me get this abhishek. Then person might even get verbally or physically abusive. All this train of events could have avoided if you got up and said, deal with your anger, I'll be back. I'm not signing up for your anger anymore. The person may follow you in the other room. I'm not listening. You can go home. I'm not listening. I'm not reacting. That's it. There are many ways. It's just, I'm telling you, if it's a child, distract. If it's a grown up adult, it's a choice he or she is making, walk away. If you cannot walk away, get into intense listening, concentrated meditation. There is another fourth way. Become like as I said, spiritual cannibalism, wherein you become a cannibal and you just absorb the energy. That energy that he's emitting in the form of anger, you just take it all in. Take it all in. Keep breathing and taking all in and keep smiling because now you're becoming powerful, absorbing this powerful energy. It's going to help you. Yeah. Anything else? Okay, then we'll call it done. Put your hands together, shoulders even, body relaxed. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Jagannatha Pahima.